obvious things that everyone talk about. But this is a piece by Charles Ives that's called The Unanswered Question. So when I thought about what I should talk about when they asked me to do this, I thought about how much I like music and how this piece seemed to be like right on point for like the topic of this meeting. But, oh, don't do that again. Have any of you guys heard this one before? Okay, so this piece is, he's like an American composer. It's early on, it's pretty weird. It does things where like you stand, the instruments are staged in different parts. But I think what's most interesting about it is like the questions that it makes me think of is these certain kinds of music or art that it's just annoying, it won't do it.
You should let it buffer.
Yeah. That was like, it was making it hard for me to like try to articulate myself with that. So I just wanted to, I think it's fun to consider these types of music or art that maybe you like to talk about or read about more than listen to or look at. And how come those kinds of artists are so like amazing to us, you know? So, Say that again? Yeah. Sorry. Why these types of pieces that we like to talk about more than we like to like experience or look at, you know? Like maybe this piece, it gets kind of like crazy and dissonant. That's an example of this piece that I like to think about more than I like to listen to or play. I think that there's lots of art like that, you know? And then there's lots of the ones with music, especially because like for music, you have to sit there for a long time through all of it, you know? Or through, you know, like through nothing. But people talk about those pieces a whole bunch, you know. So I thought when we got into groups, which I think we should do quickly because I think that's the best part of this is this group discussion, that we would try to address what makes a great piece like that that's better to consider and talk about more than to listen to and why, and if that does validate it. And maybe now that this is buffered, we can still play a little bit of this, you know, why that goes on. So I think we should reconfigure our groups and work at addressing why and what draws us to pieces of art that we like to think about and talk about more than experience there.
But what did you mean by it that does that validate it?
Well, I mean, someone could say that makes something kind of crappy if like you created it for like this purpose of like being art, maybe you don't really like to hear it or see it, you know. Not like that it's portraying something ugly or beautiful, but that maybe it's not effective then. You know, what's the identity of the artist if that's what the outcome is? Like, what does that do to it?
What if you don't like art that you don't like experiencing?
Yeah, you'd be a great person to be in a group with.
Cool.
Play it again.
Yeah.
And then we can, how should we reconfigure the groups, guys?
Yeah, we can
mix it up.
Yeah, maybe we could do smaller groups, like groups of 5.
Let's do
like
let's
1,
do
2, 3, 4,
smaller
5.
groups.
Yeah.
I think that's
maybe even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That could be cool. I think smaller groups would be good at this point.
Cool. Do you want to start the count?
1, 2, 3, 4,
5,
6,
1,
2,
3,
4,
5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Cool. Let's just do like 1s, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2, 2, 2.